My name is Stephen Hersicorn, and I'm slightly less dusty than I was earlier today. But anyway, this is part 3. Yeah. Hi. How are you? I've been working on my guitar, and this is where I'm at. I made a slight miscalculation on my ankles. So I'm going to bring this end in a little further because my angles didn't line up the way I thought they would. This lined up great. This lined up perfectly. Then I gotta do the rut for the humbucker. It's gonna need an EMG HBCS. And then I've got cats to feed. If anybody wants kittens and you're in the Houston area, please drop me a line in the comments and I will get you some details. These cats need to eat, so I'm gonna give them some meowings. I just gave her a fresh bowl of water. She gave birth to 5 kittens about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Something like that. I gotta ask people around my job if anybody wants kittens. Hard enough for a cat to feed 1 kitten. Imagine 5. Jesus. Swear, imagine if people had kids by the set of 5 to 8. That'd be fucking insane. But anyways, this is all maple, solid maple. It's gonna get a stainless steel fingerboard overlay. I'm gonna put a maple fingerboard up. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route this for an aluminum support brace. And then over that, I'm going to laminate a maple fingerboard on it with a radius ground onto it. And I'm going to have a 30-inch radius, or excuse me, why did I say 30? 20-inch radius fingerboard pressed out of 3/16 stainless. And I'm going to have a tailpiece somehow. I got to work out on the details on that. And then that's going to be like that. And everything's going to be sanded and pretty and together. And I've got to figure out something about that for the dado right there, some sort of way to cover that, because this line matches, so I want to keep that, but she'll have some way to make the true up my lines. That lines up right, so I've got to figure out a way to make that work. I know how these are going to work. I'm just going to reroute those and take them to the router table, just reroute them. That's easy. Well, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bar template with the bearing bit, route the wings, and then route the neck. And then so it's gonna have 2 bolts from the back, then 2 bolts, well, maybe 6 bolts total from the back, and then 2 from the front. Maybe that'll give me a 10-bolt neck system, and they're gonna be 1/4-20 hex key dome button head bolts. Those are my favorites, and then these are going to get routed for obviously the 45-degree chamfers like I do on all my pointy shapes. I love that style. It just looks good to me. It looks clean and professional, and it's comfortable. It just makes the guitar feel more comfortable. So, yep. And then the neck through element of it is raised 1/8 inch. This is 1 7/8. This is 1 3/4 on the wings. which when I do my fingerboard, I'm going to make sure that the sides of that are about a 16th, give or take a 16th, which will give me close to an 1/8 inch in the middle, sorta, kinda, but, well, not even really, like more like 332s in the middle with and when you have an 1/8 inch piece of stainless on there. Well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. I might do this as a flat radius. I might just make it flat on the face. Nah. I'm gonna do the 20. I'm gonna do the 20-inch radius. So, I'm gonna do the geometry and all that shit to make it be right and have the pickup is gonna be butting against the stainless right there. So the stainless is basically gonna, well, really and truly, the maple element of this, when I do the maple overlay, is really just gonna be to keep the aluminum in there, and then the stainless is gonna screw into that with probably number 440 bolts, which are going to have inserts throughout the neck. So, like that. Threaded inserts with not quarter, 20, excuse me. Number 440 thread screws, most likely. It's going to be plenty strong enough to hold that on. If I do enough of them, I'll probably do one at every front position. So up here it's going to get a little convoluted, but I'll have my measurements, and I gotta have my, well, no, probably what I'll do is every, like, 1st fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th, 9th, 12th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 21st, 24th, and so on. And then from there, just have them progressively fan out, like something like that. Or I could just make them be linear measurement, like every 3 inches on center or some shit. I'll probably end up doing something like that, actually. I'm probably not gonna bother fucking with the fret positions, probably. I don't know yet. I've gotta get to that part, but I'm probably gonna do like a cap on these dados. So probably what I'll do is take the actual, this piece to the table saw, glue in a piece or something like that. Like take a chunk of this dado out, like this piece right here. Take a little chunk of that off, probably with the router, and then put like some sort of cap right here, so it'll cap it off so I can route it cleanly. And then when it goes on, like the cover element of it, when it goes on and bolts in, right, you're not even gonna see nothing right there. You're just gonna see the neck right there. And I'm probably gonna do the same thing with this. I'll probably like figure out a way to cover potatoes, just to make it look more cohesive. And yeah, I'm thinking about figuring out some way to cover up the neck screws on the front. If I do neck screws on the front. I might do some sort of trim, but if I do, it's gonna have to be like 3/4 of an inch. and that's kind of a lot. It'll have to be like at least 5/8 to cover that shit. Because it's going to be 3/8 of an inch from this edge. And it's a 1/4 inch bolt, so you know that the head is going to be bigger than a 1/4 inch. It's probably going to be about 3/8 to 7/16 probably. And the hole is probably going to be 7/16 hole. And so I'm probably going to have to do at least a 1/2 inch to a 9/16 cover trim minimum. But anyway, I'll holler at you later because my beautiful lady is calling me, and yeah. Thank you for watching.